So you know the ones where you're listening to a song that you really like and you're like, that's my tune. That's my tune. Hey, what's up? I'm Jojo B, and this is That's My Tune, the podcast providing song reviews and interviews. Today I'll be chatting with the lovely Aleisha Lee regarding her song, Love It. Now let me tell you something, yeah? You know when you have a song that you discover and you play it over and over and over again, this is what this song does for me. I literally love the song, like I literally love it, pun intended. It's a really cool R&B vibe and I want you to enjoy with me. So listen to the track and after that I'll be right back. To all those listening on YouTube, you'll find the link of this track in the description box, so don't miss out. I'll be back after this. So everyone, I'd like to introduce you to Aleisha Lee. Yeah!
Hey!
How are you doing today?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. So let's get straight into it. So I happened to see a retweet about your EP and I thought, okay, let me have a little listen to it. And then I went through a few tracks, but Love It was the one that caught my attention. So I thought, okay, let me listen to the whole track. And then listen, I've been playing that song non-stop, just banging it. I literally love it, like no pun intended. Like, so please tell me what inspired you to write Love It.
Oh, that track. I got a beat from Evil Needle, and when I heard the track, it just reminded me of like summertime, being in love, happiness, joyful. I don't know, but it's kind of, it had this dark element to it as well. I don't know if you get the vibe that I mean. I can just imagine it, you know, like a hot summer's night, dark nighttime, but you're just with your loved one, enjoying life. And that was kind of like the inspiration that I got from it. That's just the feeling alone that the vibe gave me. And then that helped me to kind of write and know what concept I wanted to go for. So it was really the beat, just hearing the vibes and just closing my eyes and envisioning what I could hear on that type of beat. And that's what we came up with. So
Okay. Oh, cool. So wait, Evil Needle, that producer, they do like chilled, calm type of beats? Because I think I'm familiar with Evil Needle.
Yes, and I've had the pleasure of working with him before on his album. And we worked on a track called Light It Up.
Okay.
So that's how we started working together via that track. And then he's blessed me now with this track for my EP. So and he's like, check out all of his stuff. He does a lot. He's been on this music thing for the longest, and the production quality is proper. It's 10 out of 10. So I definitely highly recommend like looking at Evil's other tracks as well. And he's got a catalogue of amazing work to check out.
I just wonder why the name Evil Needle. That's just so random. Like
I know, innit? I know, but it's because it's the records. Do you know what I mean? He spins them on the needle, like it's proper things. Like and it's got the vibes. It's got the vibes that you need in it. So
so let's talk a bit about your EP. What made you decide, okay, I want to drop an EP?
Well, the EP has been in process actually for like since 2019. Okay. But obviously it was meant to be released in 2020, but you saw what happened. So I just wanted to make sure. I've been working on it for a while, but I already knew that with Tempo, it would be the introduction in terms of the more up-tempo tracks that I produce.
Okay.
A lot of people know me for a lot of the R&B stuff I've done. I done a mixtape, J Dilla versus AL back in 2012. And a lot of people love that kind of vibe. Yeah. But I also do funky house, and that was the vibe I was doing as well at the time. So with Tempo, it's kind of like the bridge between the up-tempo stuff, the R&B stuff, and it's giving you an introduction into what I do when it comes to the more up-tempo vibes. And it leads into what you're going to be, like some of the flavors that you're going to be hearing on the album, as well as the R&B stuff as well. Right. So that's what inspired Tempo. I wanted to give a variety of tracks to show my diversity, as well as giving you a cohesive project as well. Because although they're different vibes, to me, they're still in line. And a lot of other people have agreed with me on that. So it let me know, like, right, what I visioned is actually what I got. So it's good that people were able to also feel that as well through the music. Cool. So yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the funky house thing for a second. So how did you get into that scene, and what tunes did you drop during that time?
The tracks that I dropped quite a few. The first one I would say was with Footsteps, who's also on the EP. Okay. He produced on the EP Easier and Pick Up Your Foot. Okay. And the track that we first released was called Tell Me. Okay. We were blessed enough as well that it got featured on Ministry of Sound's UK Funky House release. Yeah, and I also got to perform the track at UK Funky Live at Wembley, which was amazing. Yeah, so that was back in like 2008, 2009. That's when we first released the track. Okay. And it was just the joy to like have that track out there. Like a lot of people enjoyed the music. And I also released music with Hard House Banton. Okay. So that the track In You that's on the EP, we initially released that back in 2010, I think, 2010. Right. But for this EP, we just gave it a new mix, a new master, and just gave a few additional vocals as well, because music never dies. It never Do you know does. What I mean? Doesn't matter what era it was made in. Like you can listen to a song today and it just feels like, you know, yesterday or today, or you know what I mean? Yeah, so definitely. We decided to re-release that. So yeah, those were like the main tracks. I also done some stuff with Funky Steps as well. Okay. And got to work with a lot of people, Roscoe as well. Mm-hmm. He's released a lot of brilliant funky tracks. So yeah, it's been a blessing. Scratcher DVA as well. Mm-hmm. I've been blessed to work with. So yeah, we all like met around that funky era and that funky time. And yeah. Okay, I'll definitely... To me, funky never died. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hear that. It never still died. I hear. Do you know what? Once this is, I'm definitely going to look out for these tracks, because I might have heard them, but don't know that is you. So I'm definitely going to look. Yeah, exactly. And at that time, I was going by the name AL. AL. So, okay. Yeah. So if you look for it under AL, you might find it as opposed to Aleisha Lee. So right. Thanks for clarifying that for me. No, no probs. So what made you decide that you want to do music in the first place? I've just always, like, from a young child, I've always been interested in dance, music, the arts. Okay. And I just think that from that age, my mum, she noticed that, and she then put me into things that would get me to harness that even more. So I got put into like tap dancing, ballet, jazz from like the age of 5. Wow. Yeah, and I was doing that for like quite a while in my childhood. Yeah. And when I was in school, went to like the school choirs, and I was always involved in the school shows and choirs. So I think really from there, it's just always been inside of me, and it's just something that I then decided, you know what, I want to do this as a career and long term. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. That's how it started. Yeah. Tap dancing. I'd love to do tap dancing, although I think I'm a bit too old for that now. Listen, you're never too old. I say, as long as you're breathing, and you've got the function in the legs, go for it. You can learn, you know? Yeah. And it's so fun as well. Even if it's just something you want to do as a hobby, like, I recommend it. Just, you know, it's fun. Okay. So your upcoming album, I guess you're still working on it. Like, what is the general theme of it? Like, when do you think you'll release it? Like, tell us more about it. To be honest, it is very, very early days yet. Okay. So I've got plans, but I'm going to keep them stum for now. But that's absolutely fine. It's a mixture. Basically, I will say the album is a blend of everything that I've done so far in my career in terms of sounds. Mm-hmm. So it will be sounds that you're familiar with, but to have all of it in just one project, right? That's what you're going to hear. So for me, Tempo is the first installation of that. Okay. And I do plan to release another project before the album drops. Okay. So between those two, you will get the vibes that you're going to hear on the album. Okay. So yeah, but I'm really excited already, because I've been told to do an album for so long, and this will be my debut album, and I want to make sure that I spend enough time on it so that it's the sound that I want it to be, because I already know the direction sonically that I want to go in. Okay. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. So yeah, stay tuned. But like I said, there'll be another project before we even see the album anyway.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Cool. So where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. So my Instagram is instagram.com/Aleisha Lee, and that's spelled ALEISHALEE.
Yeah.
Yes. And you can find me on Twitter. That's the same, but with underscore at the end. So Aleisha Lee _ Facebook is Aleisha Lee UK, and YouTube is Aleisha Lee.
Dope. Well, it's been great speaking with you. I've loved it, pun intended there.
And you, Jojo, I've loved it too. We love it here.
Thank you.
We
have a good rest of the day, yeah?
And you, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
That's my tune.
Hey. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for your time, Aleisha Lee. And that is the end of this episode. If you'd like more information about this podcast, you can go on linktr.ee/TMT_podcast. You'll find YouTube, Spotify, all the social media. And if you'd like to email, it's that'smytunepodcast@gmail.com. I'll be back next Tuesday with some more content for you to enjoy. Until then, have a great day and the rest of the week. Bye.